This week turned out to be the most incredible week of my life. My name is Paul, and I'm 21 years old. I've been married to Lisa for 5 years, and our marriage happened because she was expecting our son. Now, our boy is growing up beautifully, and from the outside, we seem like an average, happy family. But the truth is, I've never truly loved Lisa. She was always irritable, and living with her felt like juggling two cranky children, her and our son. Sometimes, I felt like I was losing my sanity. My days revolved around managing her endless demands and our child's needs. Occasionally, we went out for walks, but most of my time was consumed at home or at work. Life felt monotonous, a dull loop with no excitement or escape. The one bright spot in my otherwise dreary life was Lisa's sister, Julia. She was captivatingly beautiful, her presence magnetic. Every time I saw her, I was drawn to her charm and grace. Her radiant smile could lighten even my darkest days, and her laughter was like music, momentarily washing away my anxieties. Julia often expressed disbelief at how Lisa seemed to take me for granted. She'd say I was a devoted and handsome husband, though I never considered myself attractive. In fact, Lisa often made sarcastic remarks, reminding me of how average I was. But Julia was different. She made me feel valued, always encouraging me and reminding me that I deserved more than this mundane life. Her words carried a weight that made me question everything I had accepted. Lisa, in contrast, constantly complained. Her negativity seeped into every corner of our home, making it suffocating. Day after day, I endured the same repetitive routine, my spirit slowly crumbling under the weight of boredom. One day, Julia proposed something unexpected, a short trip to the countryside. No parents, no kids, just the three of us, like the carefree days of our youth. For the first time in years, I felt a flicker of excitement. Lisa's nagging about packing dampened the thrill, as she insisted on preparing as if we were moving for months rather than a weekend. Still, we made it to the rental house, and it was like stepping into a dream. The house was stunning, spacious, with a shimmering pool and a view that stretched endlessly. That first night, we celebrated with drinks and laughter. For the first time in forever, I felt free, as if the oppressive monotony of my life had lifted. On the last day, Julia and I went swimming. Lisa, as usual, stayed back, uninterested in enjoying life's simple pleasures. Julia was the complete opposite. She embraced every moment. When Julia stepped out in a black bikini, she was mesmerizing. Her confidence and elegance were breathtaking, and I couldn't look away. As we swam together, years of suppressed emotions came rushing to the surface. Without thinking, I leaned in and kissed her. It was impulsive and reckless, but it felt inevitable. Julia didn't pull away. Instead, she reciprocated, and for that moment, the rest of the world ceased to exist. The chemistry between us was undeniable, and we gave in to our feelings right there in the pool. It didn't stop there. The connection carried us to the shower, then the kitchen. It was as if years of restraint had finally broken free, and nothing could stop us. Later, I stepped outside to smoke a cigarette, the cool night air brushing against my skin. As I looked at the stars, I felt alive for the first time in years. I thought about the life I'd been living, one of constant self-sacrifice, always trying to be what everyone expected. In that moment, I realized what it meant to truly live, even if it meant facing consequences I wasn't ready for. It was terrifying and exhilarating, but for the first time, it felt like my life was my own.